Welcome back to the project.
Fans are gearing up for another dose of their Twilight fix as Breaking Dawn Part 1's about to open. Andrew Ginsberg caught up with stars.
The Twilight saga has turned out to be one of the most famous and profitable franchises in recent memory. The 4 books have sold over 116 million copies around the world, whilst the first 3 films have made nearly $2 billion and made household names of stars Robert Pattinson, Kristen Stewart and Taylor Lautner. The first part of the final instalment is about to hit cinemas and bring the tale of vampires, werewolves and a very famous love triangle to a close. Not before a marriage and a honeymoon in a pretty sweet place, though.
Nothing is not traditional.
That honeymoon pad? It was in a warehouse in Louisiana. Really? So the exteriors are in Brazil, though. I mean, if you want to get the full impression, you've got to go to Brazil. But if you just blindfold someone and then give them a Valium or something to tell them they've been on a plane for 12 hours, and then say, let's just not leave this room for the whole honeymoon, and then it's quite easy to achieve. You probably do it for about a couple of grand.
It's impossible.
I'm so happy to see that you're alive and well. I was so worried for you in this film.
I know, right?
Please tell me how you did that and say it was through some sort of magic of movie making.
Unfortunately, I cannot claim that that was all me. That was by the hands of a few very, very, very talented people. Considering it's a huge commercial movie and you wouldn't think that they would want their main character just looking awful for half the movie. But it is so important, I think, to see Bella so close to death, because she talks about it throughout the whole series that she's willing to die for this, and you see her get really close this time.
Take up.
Open Taylor, third line, takes his shirt off. I mean, what do you think? What are your thoughts when you see that?
Well, that's actually not what I saw. When I read the first script, there was many more occasions. So, I mean, we just wanted to get that moment, which made sense, done with, over with, and, there's one, it's about 2 seconds, so don't blink, and then doesn't happen again, which is great.
Last night was the best night of my existence.
What are the challenges of shooting a PG-13 sex scene? The fact that it's PG-13 is probably the biggest challenge. Yeah. It's like when so many people have imagined what Edward and Bella's sex scene is, you can't just do a physical representation of it which is going to satisfy everyone. So it was kind of difficult to do. It was very. Me and Kristen had no idea what we were supposed to be doing the entire time.
In the lead-up to the release of the film, the 3 actors were immortalised last week on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
You got your hands dirty there on Hollywood Boulevard. What's it feel like knowing that underemployed actors dressed as sort of half-assed X-Men characters will be charging $5 for a photo standing on your nail?
I mean, that visual is funny, but to be serious, it is a crazy, crazy honor. It really is. I never thought it would ever happen. I didn't even think of it. I didn't even think it was an option. So it was absolutely amazing.
Breaking Dawn Part 1 is out November 17. Catch more of Andrew's interviews on the Hot Hits Live from LA each Sunday from 2 p.m. on the Austereo Network.
Well, if you just joined us, you've missed the bit where Dave discovered his